Yeah, my friend who did my hair, she reap it real good on this end. So it's still on like I look like a mixed black version of Dennis the Menace with braids. So I'm gonna do my video. So I was like, oh, let me. So I had to get some depth gel and slick it down and braid it. You know, so try to braid it so it can stay there. So it's on point. Okay, good. Okay, you want to look weird on the camera. Well, good morning, everybody. It's me, Zacchaeus, and I'm here to talk about something. And something sparked me up, man. I'm very upset. Now, I'm very upset because I just did a video of about the Donald Trump and him, you know, linked with David Duke, and then also him disrespecting Jorge Ramos from I was Univision, not Univision. Y'all, please say it right. Univision, okay? And so there's some dude, some coon, brother came on Cooning brother named Marcus Wright came on there. It was on the Univision, Univision Noticias, as they said, news, because we Spanish model, but not, I mean, that's not my everyday word I say in Spanish. Noticias, channel, YouTube channel, and you know, I said, let me say, and I was thinking it'd be some white race people, but some doggone coon came in and said, yeah, Univision is very racist, and they don't show Mexicans, they don't show, well, first of all, not you stupid brother, not every Latino is Mexican. Okay, he gonna say, you don't see a black person. You might not see non-Hispanic descended, quote, African-American descended people, but you do see Afro-Latinos, and I mention my videos all the time, and even though Latinos are something I don't like to mention it, you know, and the one driver had a lot to do with it when it was considered white a long time ago, and one, you know, of course, if they was mentioned if they had any African in them, they will be put on the color category, okay? And I remember Lulak fought against that and tried to be on the white category. Then later on in the 60s in the civil rights movement, they wanted a Hispanic or Latino category. Okay, so point is, but let's go back to Univision. You don't see, but you do see Afro-Latinos, those who do look black, close to black, on Univision. One, I know they don't show a lot, because it's not just they don't show a lot of Afro-descended people who look more African on Univision. They also don't show too many people who look more indigenous. You know, you see a lot of the Mexicans who do look indigenous, and it also has some African people like big lips and wide nose and curly hair, and a little darker skin come from both the Indian and the black side too. But when you look at Univision, it's owned by Cubans, dude. It's not owned by Mexicans. And many of the Cubans, which is the white looking ones, are racially mixed too. They're either mulattoes or Afro-mestizos, and they consider themselves white. Finally, part many are Republican, and they control Univision. So they show a lot of Eurocentric stuff. That's true. I get that. But in you see Univision, the local stations, you see mostly people who are ethnic looking, more exotic ethnic looking, you know, Hispanic people. You don't see always the blonde and blue, the güera they say in Spanish, the Mexican word for Spanish. I mean for white person, güero and güera on it. But when you look on the novellas, you see light skin Hispanics, those who are fair skin. When I mean light skin, it's different when we say light skin in the African American community, we mean someone that's lighter than dark brown, and it's not dark brown is dark skin to us. But when you see somebody with a tan and darker, that's a dark skin Hispanic. Okay, you get my point? So yes, it's true. But get your story straight. You do see Afro-Latinos on Univision, and they're gonna do a video on Telemundo, a movie that's done about Azúcar Michelle Cruz, and she was Afro-Latina from Cuba. Okay, now she was not Afro-Mestiza, okay, but she considered herself black because they racial categories are so different in Cuba. So she wasn't even dark brown skin. Her husband was, you know, Pedro Knight was, but she wasn't. Okay, she was about my color. She was Cameron. That's a mixed complexion. Okay, admission. So she was on Univision before she died. She was on Telemundo. I mean, I used to love Michelle Cruz, the queen of salsa, Azúcar. Okay, so I love Michelle Cruz, baby. I love Michelle Cruz, and I want my TV is not working, but I hope one day I'll buy they do have translators, because my Spanish is modern. It's not, I've been speaking since 20 years, but I don't always understand everything. And I always thought about moving to Latin America to actually speak it so I can grasp and learn the words correctly. That's why, I have that tendency when I see a lot of Hispanic people speaking Spanish, I start to join in the conversation and stuff. I mean, of course, I scream see they're racist and not because you're racist and every racist, but you know what I'm saying. I just make sure that that's why mostly, like I said in my videos, I wasn't catered to Latino immigrants, because Latinos who are born here are not that, they think you're being stereotypical when you speak Spanish to them. But the immigrants, they smile and give me all the love when I speak Spanish to them. And I ain't talking about immigrants who got Americanized. I'm talking about those who just barely came recent immigrants who don't speak that much English. And I speak Spanish to them, and they love it, okay? And I like to hang on. They're them better friends. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bash Latino people who are born here, okay? I love Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey's part Venezuelan, okay? And she's part black, part African-American, Venezuelan, and white. And you have love Jennifer Lopez, and love the Garbage So Selena, okay? But when I meet Latinos who are born here, especially here in Texas, they not all just Chicanos. There's a lot of them who are Chicanos, who are Mexican American people, but you also meet those who from other countries who are born here as well, who parents or grandparents from born here, and they're they think, because they have people thinking, and it's not just them. They quote black Cooning friends think that I should be cooning and acting stupid. Not, I do consider when you act stereotypical and ghetto and low class and think that's being black, that's cooning, okay? And I don't act that way, okay? I have more prestige for myself, okay? So, saying a better image about myself. So, going back to this situation, so he says, the brother sitting here saying that Mexicans are more racist. They know we don't call them out. I do call out Mexican. I call them Mexican Hispanic racist. I call them Porchos. And let me educate those who don't know what the word Porcho is. A Porcho, okay, Mexican immigrants and maybe other Hispanic immigrants use that word because the Hispanic people, especially those Mexican citizens who are born here, use the WETFBICK word towards the immigrants. You're talking about black on black crime. It's also brown on brown racism right there, okay? And so the immigrants call them Portuguese because when they say that, when they call them the W word, racist word, the white folks call them, they're saying that these folks are acting just like white racist people. So when we've been usually the ones that call, I'm not saying all of them, because I met those who are Chicanos who don't like the immigrants, who are not racist toward black, but those who are sometimes try to mimic white racist people, knowing they behind ain't pure white, and try to assimilate to that ideology of white American supremacy. And not only they'll hate a black person because that's the part of racist ideology, they'll hate their own brown immigrant people. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I use the word Porcho. Like I said about the Sandra Bland, the cop that mistreated her, he's a Porcho. Even though George Zimmer's not Mexican, he was trying to go on his white. I'm mixed with white too. Okay, I'm not saying all white people are racist, but when he killed Trayvon, okay, he's part Peruvian, Afro mestizo Peru. He mentioned that his great grandfather was black. Okay, talking about George Zimmer, and his dad is white. Okay. He's mixed. And he's also mixed on his mom's side. Okay, because Latinos are mixed. And when he killed Trayvon, he was trying to assimilate to the white race. Because one thing, he cannot look like, unless he can say he's Italian or something, a Mediterranean person. Yeah, he can lie and say he's white. But we know right then that he ain't white when we see him, because there's very ethnic features. Okay, and then two, so he was trying to somehow blending in with the white community by killing this young man of African American descent, trying to make a prize or something. And like, for example, now George Zimmerman has the Confederate flag on he's sponsoring the Confederate flag and saying anti-Muslim things, and Duke can pass for a doggone Arab. Okay, you know what I'm saying? For real, because sometimes trying to be stereotypical Latinos who do look in betweenish, the mixture, dark hair, olive skin, non-kinky hair, just curly, wavy, straight, dark eyes, olive skin. You maybe have some African and indigenous features, but still they look that way. They can pass for, if you put a Muslim outfit on. I'm not making fun. I'm just saying they can pass Muslims. As many times I have spoke Spanish to Arabian people, And they say I'm not Hispanic, and I'm serious because especially if they're in the Hispanic area, and they be the only Arabian that they can pass for one. I would be speaking Spanish, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm not Hispanic." I went to for example, don't give this story. I'm going to change the subject. Well, I work a graveyard shift, and I work as a little close. I work on the mall, and doing with the seating department. And I went to the store, and the store to open 24 hours, and so. I thought this guy, because I mean, we do have in that area they do have Middle Eastern people there, but with the outfit, with the security outfit on, he do look Hispanic. So I thought the accent, I didn't catch it, but it did sound like a little Latin accent, it was foreign. And I spoke Spanish. He said, "I'm not Hispanic." I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, "You're Arabic." And he said, "Yes." I said, "I'm sorry." So I thought that he was Hispanic, and it did happen. So I'll never forget, a long time ago, that was in the Park Shop Mall, and I would tease him. We always laugh with each other. There was a Middle Eastern man. He owned like a shoe place or he used to own it a long time ago. What happened back in the 90s? And I said, "Hola, ¿cómo es?" Because every time, sorry, because Bobby be around Hispanic people growing up, I would speak Spanish to a lot of Hispanic people, and not to be stupid because I was around them. You know what I'm saying? So I happened to say, "Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está usted?" He said, "I'm not Hispanic." I think he was from Jordan or something. So, boy, you know what I'm saying? So, every time he said, "Oh, like I say," he started laughing. And there's a Middle Eastern man who's, I don't know if he was his Saudi Arabian, one of those countries, but there's a Middle Eastern man who's an Arabian man that's from Jordan. Yeah, he's Jordanian. And if you look at him, he looks like a combination of Gerardo Mejia, want to see Rico Suave. Okay, Gerardo, we say in English, okay, he has, show Suave. I like Suave says, okay. Okay, he also looked like, by the face, he looked like a combination of him and, what's that boxer name? Oscar de la Hoya. And they both Latino men. One is Ecuadorian, that's Gerardo, and that's the other one who's Mexican American. Oscar de la Hoya. So I told him I first saw him, I said, "You like Oscar de la Hoya?" When I happened to see Gerardo with his hair cut, because Gerardo always had long hair. Well, this man, the Arabian man, has short hair too. But when I saw, really start seeing more of Gerardo, he had his reality show and watching it on YouTube and stuff, and I saw his hair cut. I said, "Man, that looked just like the guy, the store that worked in this nearby store here nearby." And I told him, Gerardo Mejia? He said, "No." I said, Rico Suave? He have a show called Suave Says? He said, "Yeah." I said, "You look just," because I was watching his show. I said, "You look just like him with his hair cut." Because, Gerardo, a long time back in the 90s, he had his hair long and curly. You know what I'm saying? Now he have it short, and he wears a cap. So if you saw this dude, this Arabian guy, is from Jordan, a Jordanian man, you can, if you put him on the show, Suave Says, and have everybody fooled that was watching the show that was him, you would actually think it was Gerardo. So my point is, George Zimmerman had no business going ahead and make a doggone, bash against Arabian people, because not every Arabian people is Muslim, but because you got Christians who are Arabian as well. But you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't make anti-Arabic, anti-Muslim stuff, and then have a KKK Confederate flag and represent it, and you're Latino with African blood in you. That don't make no sense. That's some Cooning Pocho shit, okay? It is, so you show, your great-grandfather that you trying to put, because anybody didn't catch this, it's so stupid. Y'all concerned about this man calling him a white man when he's not. He's part white and part Latino, he's part brown, okay? With African DNA. During the trial, he brought it up in the trial, and also on CNN, and about a common poet, and I'm used to N-word towards any black person African American, I said, we're not pure black, but I call George Zimmerman the Pocho nigga, okay? And the reason why, because I knew this dude had African blood before he even said it, okay? Because I read about mixed history, especially Latino history is part of mixed history, and African American history is part of mixed history as well. So when I read this, and I knew, and I remember reading on an article about his great grandfather being black. I happened to Google that, and I actually saw it on YouTube, on CNN. Now, why they say African American? It should say Afro Peruvian, because his great grandfather was not from the United States. There's a man of George Zimmerman with a picture, dark. Nah, he ain't out there. He don't. He was black and white, but he could have been like my color caramel, and you can tell that he had Afro descended look, DNA by his look. He also had like an indigenous look, is what it could be. Could be a Pardo. Pardos is a like part of me. I mean, I'm mixed with white as well, because I'm part of mulatto or Zama mulatto, should I say? You know, part indigenous and part African. They call them Bardos, Sambos, whatever. So, not, you know, they say Sambos with a Z, not Sambos like we hear in the United States. We hear racist stereotypes, okay? So, every time you hear a Latino say Sambo, you know what I'm saying, I'm talking about a mixed race person of African and indigenous roots. Like mulatto, someone who's mixed with a European and African, you know. So, anyway, so his dad could have been Pardo or Sambo. And because he looked like he had indigenous look besides African, and he's holding his mother. His mother was a little baby in the picture, and his grandmother, she's very fair skin. Like I like olive skin, long black hair, like a little curl to it. It's not curly, but it has like a little. She probably rolls in her hair, whatever. That was her dad, okay, and so that was his. The woman was George Zimmerman's grandmother. And the baby was George Zimmerman, Gladys Zimmerman, that's his mother, okay? So, so that's why I call him, since he killed Trayvon. And when I don't use the word nigga for internal endearment, because I don't embrace that word, I hate that word. But I use towards George Zimmerman, I used to call him, used to make jokes about George Zimmerman's name, call him George Nickerman, because he got black blooded. I mean, he killed a brother trying to show off and trying, for the white folks, know yo, brown Afro mestizo behind ain't gonna be accepted in the white community. You eating just why you got a Confederate flag. He trying so hard to fit in. He trying to see and you got the immigration, the Donald Trump thing coming up, and your mother is an immigrant. I forgot, and she's not all that white. She got indigenous and black in her. So my point is, so now George Zimmerman have this Confederate flag going on. So let me go back to the intervention. I went to a different subject. But this brother here who called Marcus White to go on here, he's sitting here saying that Mexicans, and like I say, he's partially true. And it's not owned by Mexicans. Please get your story. It's on my so-called white Cubans who own Univision, and the local Univision have ethnic-looking Hispanic people there on their. Yes, that's true. But they don't always. But when you look at the novellas and stuff, you mostly see light skin, fair skin, light skin, light olive skin Hispanic people, with less. Sometimes they do have indigenous or African features, but it's less than in those who look like white folks. And you also have immigrants who immigrate to Latino America. That's why I say they're all Latinos. I don't hardly consider them, but about, like, for example, La Pita Yoga, she's African. She was born in Mexico, so you can say she's Afro-Latina, but she's not like a Latino who have blood in Latin America. You get my point? Because if her ancestors had came from the slave ship and mixed with the Spaniards and stuff, because many of the Afro-Latinos are very mixed, they would, they'll see, they can say it's Afro, like, and they can say it's Latino. But when you say recent immigrants, okay, if I'm in Mexico or Cuba or Dominican Republic, would you consider me Latino? Are my children Latino? If they were born, unless they have kids, the mother is from there. Yeah, I can understand. But let's say a non-Latino woman, move down there, we get married, and we live down there, our kids are born. Would you consider them Latino? I don't know. So, boy, I know it's an ethnicity, but still, it is a race to a certain extent when it comes to white racism, because the majority of Latinos who are target of racism are racially mixed people. They're not full-blown Spaniards, okay? So those Cubans who look white, or some don't even look all that white with their dark hair, okay, olive skin, but those who consider white in their community, they're the ones who own Univision. That's why you see more Eurocentric stuff in there. And a lot of it's not just Afro-Latinos who complain about this. It's also indigenous movements in the Latino community who don't want nothing to do with the word Latino or Hispanic. They're also complaining about that as well, But like I tell people, Sarah Cruz was always, and she's my color, or she's camera like me, okay? She was. She passed away in 2003 after Barry Whitehead passed away in July. And she was on Univision all the time. She was on Telemundo. She was on a novela. Okay, you know, I know there's one Latino, one Latina that's Afro descent, but I'm just letting you know. You know, they've been her husband who's dark skinned, who dark brown skin, Afro Latino. He was on her show with her sometimes. So y'all, I mean, you get your story straight. Cause I remember watching Latinos who look like me and darker, on the show. I remember watching John Cicada. John Cicada, is a mixed, is a mulatto, Cuban. And now John Cicada, I'm sorry to say this, I like him. He's one of my role models, but he had some surgeries, okay, because he not look like that like he do today, okay. You know, so we look at Just Another Day and his album, I think it was Angel, or just his first, John Cicada, just got the first album and his videos, he is not look the same. He had some surgeries and he had some changes called mad changes, okay, because he don't like the same no more. But if you look at him back in the day, you know, even though his white Cuban wife, not white, his mother's white Cuban, should I say, damn black. I think them two are mulattoes. They not all that pure. His hair was kinkier. You know, this a perm, but it was, you know, now he has one. Okay, but it was kinky like my natural. You seen other videos, my natural hair. Okay, he was a little lighter than me, but he had a more tan. But now he don't look completely like Samuel. So should I say? But he was on it a lot. I remember watching John Cicada a lot. You know, and that was, I mean, I love his music. I remember him watching my wife when I was trying to learn Spanish before I took high school Spanish. In '94, I was transitioning going to high school. I was, the 8th grade middle school to high school. And '94 was a good year because Selena was loud and she was saying, "Amor perdido, amor." Hold on. Amor perdido, amor por las calles. Porque somos de distintas sociedades. Okay, hello. But you bring it back when I was a teenager listening to that song. I remember watching her on MTV Internacional, you know, with Daisy Fuentes. You know, she's Cuban, okay? She's on, and Selena was on that Desert Dance. Oh, yeah, baby, I love me Selena, okay? And I remember watching John Cicada's interview Internacional on Telemundo on one of those two channels, and then also watching what's it called, John Cicada. And that's when he yelled, "Si te vas, cuánto amor, razones de vivir me faltarán, tú sabrás, y todo lo que quiero eres tú." It's the English version of "If you go, say goodbye." Okay. I forgot the English version, but I've been learning the Spanish version a long time. But he was on there, and I remember he was on it. So the Spanish version, I've been watching the English version on VH1, and watched the Spanish version on Telemundo. So my point is, a lot of the salsa bands from the Caribbean. From Puerto Rico, Cuba, you have a lot of Afro Latinos there, in Central South America, you know. So you know, and you also had Afro Latinos on Telemundo. Yes, okay. So I mean, although that, because I'm on internet groups where the Afro Latino talk about this, but it's not like you don't see nearly none of them. Okay. And many of those mestizo, mulatto, mixtures, I say, Afro mestizo who don't look black, many of them who don't claim it, including those from Mexico, do have African DNA. So what's your point, brother? Okay, I mean, I know they don't want to mention that, but it's the truth. Just like, for example, I make sure I do have white DNA, and I do check 3 boxes. I don't check this on the black box. Unless it's the only box I check is only boxes, 2 races or more boxes. Because that's my background. That's how I came in this world. But, me and us don't want to mix the white and even the Indian part, the American part. We'll mix the Indian part, but we're not going to check it because the black nationalist bullshit. I don't believe in that bull, that black and down shit. Called me a coon. They the one coon going against Martin King's dream during the 60s. They called him all Uncle Toms and everything. And they was against them. Well, my question is just like I said with the white people who talking about taking this country back. That's not your country. This is my Native American people's country. And if you do have white DNA, American DNA, why are you not mentioning it? Why you deny your Native American DNA and claim the white side all to have your white privilege? That's what many of them folks do. Well, I have white DNA, but I'm still white. Indian still white. No, you're not. If you have anything other than white in you, you're not a pure white person. Same to go for those who are claiming to be black. I don't care how dark or light you are. If you got something else that's not pure black, okay, in your family tree, you're not pure black. Okay, get the point. Okay, y'all just trying to claim some political shit you ain't never gonna get. Now the white folks got it, but then they gonna lose it because they the one. Like I tell people, anytime you steal something from somebody, you're not gonna get it. Okay, I mean, you're not gonna keep it. It's not yours. Okay, so people of color that come to this country, you have African immigrants, you got Latino immigrants, you have Asian immigrants coming to this country. And you have more interracial marriages going on. It's probably scared this country's going to be more browner, should I say. And I mean Latino, because Latino brown is a mixed color, should I say. So it's going to be more ethnic, okay? Less white, Nordic, European, Aryan, Anglo-looking society. That's why Donald Trump is out there trying to advocate, and that's why he got a white supporters, because they scared the country's not gonna look like it was back in the day. But excuse me, we'll sit and bull think about that when a country before the European settlers came here and took it. Okay, and since I'm a mixture of African and European and Native American, I can say this. Okay, so that's the reason I'm attacking this brother. I'm attacking the white Hispanic, the Porchos. Y'all stupid thinking that all black people or people who identify as black or part of the black community where we're mixed, don't claim to be mixed, that we all think like this brother. Y'all so down Porchos call out saying niggas and black ain't shit and everything. Your ass got the black DNA too. Okay? It's like Rose Perez, y'all just scared to admit it. It's a dark secret in your family. You use anything dark in your family, you say it's the Indians, the American side. That's partially true, but also the African side, because race mixing all the Spanish countries, all the Spanish colonies in Latin America was going on booming. It was booming, okay? It was not only raping, it was also interracial marriages, okay? You had Spaniards who did marry African women and Native American women, also a mixture of both. A lot of black men, Latino slaves, I say, or free ones to marry indigenous women. Because remember, white women didn't come to later on to Latin America from Spain. Okay, so let's get that straight. So don't sit here talk about black this and we ain't this and nigga this and that, my yachty, all that stuff. You got black DNA in you too. You don't want to mention that, but you got cousins with big lips like mine and noses like why? Because I've seen a lot of Hispanic people, especially those who are Mexican, with my big lips. Even Selena had big lips. Okay, why not? No, that's not for no indigenous. I'm mixed with Indians. So I know what the indigenous look like. That's not from the indigenous side of the family. Okay, so let's get that straight. Like my camera skin is an admixture of all the three races. Because I say there are dark skinned people who are mixed. Your dark brown skin people are mixed, especially those in my family, because I also have a sister who's dark brown skin. My brother's also darker than me, and not my second older brother. Second brother's my shade. One is the older is darker, as well. And we all have the same mom, and we have mixed background from that side of the family. So my question is to y'all, you can't say that, but still, if I was pure black, I would look more like someone like Akon and Lapita Nyong'o. Okay, so stop being stupid because you heard some black nationalists with my shade and Lila claiming black pride and all this other stuff. You stupid. You take that person for granted, knowing that they just lying out the tongue who they really are because a white person made them lie about who they are. Because one drop rule. Hello, but point is, that brother does not represent me. Okay, he's stupid. I have no problem with Latino immigrants coming here. Of course, I don't believe in illegal immigration of any race coming here. But at the same time, I look at my history, and I know that when Europeans came here, my white European ancestors came here before they brought my African slaves ancestors here. They came over and here and took this from my Native American ancestors' land. So since I'm a mixture of all the three, that's why I can say it like that. And I want to say, what was the green card for European immigrants when they came here? Where was the visas and all the other stuff? They just stole this land. They had Thanksgiving. I do love Thanksgiving, eating turkey and everything, but I gotta remind myself that sometimes Thanksgiving is all that good when it comes to them lying to the Indians after they pray and eat food. They pray with them. Pray with them. Lord have mercy. And then kill them and slaughter them, take out to their land. You know what I'm saying? So, and y'all telling Jorge Ramos to go back to get out of his country when he's an American citizen here. And he got indigenous blood in him as well. So, y'all stupid. White race people are stupid. So that's what I'm scared of. And yeah, I'm going to vote this year. I vote all the time, but I'm really going to vote. I'm going to hopefully Bernie Sanders would get the presidency. I don't know about Hillary. Let me tell you the reason I don't know about Hillary. Because Hillary, her husband, he was a good president, slightly a good president back in the 90s, okay? Good jobs, everything was going good in the 90s. Trust, I love the 90s, okay? Because I grew up, I was born 79 late the last year of the 70s, but I was raised in the 80s and 90s, and I became an adult in the 90s. I was a teenager in the 90s, and the music was good, everything was good. I'm sorry, there were some bad things too, but a lot of things was good until stupid conservative folks try to take over this country. I don't want that old shit. Keep that old shit in the past, y'all. I'm sorry. I understand the moral part is different when it comes to that old shit, double standard shit that I talk about in my videos. I cuss out a lot about. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want it in my future, and I don't want my kids' future. But he admitted that he was to blame for a lot of black men being incarcerated. Now, let me just say, it is partially some, I'm not because my record is clean, but some of my brothers' fault. If you know selling dope is not good, you shouldn't even go do it. Okay, I do agree with that. But them champing a bunch of years on it just for a drug deal where you got a bunch of rapists and murderers who get less than that, that's when I have a problem. And then you treat white criminals way better than you treat the black, and also we mention Latino criminals as well. So that don't make no sense. You supposed to treat criminals all the same. Don't sit here just show favoritism and like they show white criminals who sell, steal, whatever, they get slapped on the wrist. So so that's one point that I have. I have problem in too. I'm a pro-life Democrat. I don't believe in abortion, and the reason why, and especially it is murder. Especially, I'm not the perfect when it comes to my faith, but in my faith, we don't believe in abortion. And second of all, it's murder. And a lot of talking about Black Lives Matter, it does matter in the room because, like, besides black on black crime and police killing people of African American descent, you have sisters killing their babies in the womb, going to abortion clinic. And that's causing genocide in our community. It's not the AIDS, not them, all the other stuff. It's them going, these sisters going to the. First of all, ain't no man rapists raping these out women. It's just these women going out to kill a baby because they don't want to, because they don't want to get the responsibility of getting a freak on. When you get your freak on and you're not married and you got no money, don't do the shit in the first damn place. Keep your legs closed, go to men. Keep your pants, get your little beanie in the pants, or big whatever you got. Keep it in the pants. If you don't want to make no babies, don't do it. I'm celibate. I don't go out there and have sex. You know what I'm saying? I'm a celibate person because I don't want. I'm poor. Why would I want to bring my kids in the poor? And that's why I would never want to be accountable of killing and telling the girl I did it with it to kill the baby that I made. Shows. So. But y'all want to kill the babies in the womb, and knowing that part of Planned Parenthood is targeting African and also the second Hispanic as well, because they speak in Spanish and they trying to get anybody in the Hispanic group who want to kill their babies. And I met Latinos. Because in their countries, so I'm kind of a Christian myself. We don't believe in abortion. Just like in Nigeria, there's a lot of Africans who have a lot of babies because not all. Remember, there are a lot of Catholics and a lot of Christians in Africa are Catholic, but I'm not the perfect one. I know I'm gonna let you know I'm not the perfect one. Don't put me on how they punish to. I do make mistakes, okay? But when it comes to my faith on that situation, I will admit that it is wrong. It is murder because we supposed to be fruit from multiply, like it says in the book of Genesis, and you're supposed to be married to have sex, and I do believe that. Okay, I do believe that. Okay, I don't believe in premarital sex. I'm just no offense to anybody think I'm a homophobic. I don't believe in gay and lesbian sex. I don't believe in premarital straight sex. Okay, I believe in sex will be between a man and a woman that's married. That's where you bring babies in the world. So going back to that situation, you see a lot of African women that have a lot of babies, even the Muslims too, and you see a lot of Hispanic women who do the same thing when they're married. They're not just randomly having kids like you see going on today. Okay, they're married. Okay, that's why. But you have those. It's not all Hispanic. We have some Hispanic, especially the younger generation, who don't believe in it anymore. Who out there getting freak on whatever, because it's not only it's all races of here in America. It's a major problem, should I say? That a lot of young people and we learned from our parents and stuff as well back in the sexual revolution, because it essentially chopped everybody. Okay, and when the pill and abortion came in, the birth control pill and everything, and the VD, then later on there's the AIDS and the condoms came on. So what I'm trying to say is that in those countries in Latin America and just like in Africa and in other countries, they don't believe in abortion and birth control. They believe in be fruitful, multiply, be married, and be fruitful, multiply. We have the younger generation who do not, some of them do not, and especially those who are middle aged as well, who don't believe that, especially if they grew up in the days of sexual revolution as well. And then later on, the result of sexual revolution when we came in this world, okay? So that's why they out there killing, now they're trying to get hit with Latino women to kill their babies too. Since they're growing, okay? So that's another reason why they're trying to speak Spanish. And every time I see a black person working in Planned Parenthood, or they in the Planned Parenthood, always in a black or Hispanic function, trying to recruit people to join in and donate money to them, it makes me want to puke, because they're trying to kill people of color. Because yeah, they got white people killing babies. Yes, that's true. Okay, you got white people who kill their babies too. That's why y'all talking about the minority going, because that's what's going on. But rampantly, it's happening in the African American community. And that, that's what we're calling genocide. It's the abortion. So when Hillary Clinton had said that Marcus Sackler, who admitted, Marcus Sackler, who founded the family, admitted to use birth control and abortion to kill us, okay, so they can get rid of us, because the elite did not like the fact that slavery, they lost all their slaves and lost all the money, and they don't have slaves who were uneducated. There were slaves who got educated. Let's get that straight now. But there were slaves who was not educated. They call them feeble mind and all other stuff. They had to pay responsibility because they had to pay for welfare, all other things. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why they was trying to kill us, because they was trying to get black. Of course, I'm an ex-Protestant, so in the Protestant churches who had to make their own personal interpretation of scripture, which I don't believe in, you had ministers who rallied, who they Parenthood would tell them, we're here to help the community, less child, use the birth control pills and stuff, so you don't have to be in poverty. Because back in those days, yes, a lot of people had big families. Even on my grandmother's side, there was 9 girls. Yeah, 9 of them. on my dad's side. So you had big families, okay? And I do believe in big families, because I do want big families myself. So that's the whole reason why that they was trying to get rid of us. It wasn't trying to stop from being in poverty. It was trying to get rid of the population. So it was a eugenic situation. So y'all need to look it up. So we find out here, Kate has said when they had the Planned Parenthood guys, selling body parts and stuff like that, and seeing specimens and all that stuff, they got in trouble for that. And here Clinton said, well, she loved Margaret Sackler, and she loved the black community. Although that's a very oxymoron right there. Then too, she said that she tried to defend Planned Parenthood about that situation. This is about women's rights. It's not about women's rights. The early feminists was against abortion and birth control. Okay, I think Susan B. Anthony, yeah, she was against that. Okay. Margaret Sackler changed the game. It was not about trying to for women's rights. It was trying to target, because after the civil rights movement, and we were declare freedom, from the Jim Crow laws and stuff. That's when they made abortion legal, and it wasn't then. So Republicans come out of town talking about, well, you're a Democrat, you support. Excuse me. It was Nixon who said they want to kill the black bastards. That's what he said. Nixon, and the black party in the open. Nixon was a good president. No, he was not a good president, because in his speech, behind closed, they record him. Yeah, he made the Roe versus Wade decision. He made it legal for abortion, and he wanted to kill the black bastards. That's what he called us. Okay, so that's the reason why I give Hillary a side eye. I do give her a side eye, and then her husband is now admits that he was to blame for the mass incarceration, and it's partial blame, because I'm saying some of my brothers, chose to go that route to do the crime and everything else, okay? And like I said, I understand the sentences are horrible. The criminal justice is very corrupt. But if I know it's corrupt, why try to get them something to talk about? Something about to put me in jail and mess my life up? Because we know the 13th Amendment, slavery not ended all the way. Is ended when it comes to justice system. You know, you used to be a slave. Okay? So why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, Bill Clinton admitted that he was a partial blame for it. And when I see Hillary trying to run for president, at first I liked the idea before I saw this, heard about this. When I saw about the Mark Saxon situation and all the other stuff, I gave me an outside out to Hillary. So I'm like, nah. I'll choose, and not because she's a woman. I would love to see a woman as a president. But with her husband, what he did some good things. But I give him a side because I'm doing it. Martha, I think Martha 21, that's about the black genocide. They said about Bill Clinton helping Planned Parenthood. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? Nah. You know, and I remember Mother Teresa telling him, stop killing the babies. So we need more. We need a pro-life Democrat to run for office. I'm sorry, y'all. Women talking about it's for your rights. Excuse me. It's also men right because without the man's sperm, you're not the Blessed Virgin Mary, okay? Who brought Jesus in the world, okay? Without the man's sperm, you will not have a doggone child, okay? Come on now. Okay, so that's a man's right too, because he contributed that sperm to your egg to make a baby. You know what I'm saying? So if he don't want his baby killed, because I met many men who did not like, I'll never forget, and I'm not for racism, okay? There was a Hispanic dude, and I didn't like him, because he was, later on found out he mixed with Korean, I think, and Mexican, and he was cool. We have a talk about race. He said he don't date black women and white women. And I saw like, why yo don't like, you know, he only date Latino and Asian women. And he was saying because his white girl, a long time ago when he was a teenager, they had did it. And you know, he found out she was pregnant. And she ended up aborting the baby. And that's why he said I don't like white women. And I was like, that's stupid, because I know some Hispanic women who abort their babies too, okay? So, you know, so I remember when this girl at my job, she was Latina, and she like, one thing, I'm sorry, she was cool, but she's like a prototype, because the only time she'll speak Spanish, she's someone who spoke Spanish, but she only time we speak Spanish, accidentally, I don't speak Spanish, I'm like, girl, be proud of your language, you know, but anyway, I wasn't eavesdropping, I having to work, and she was telling her husband, thinking she got kids with this dude, and they was not ready for a child, and she was with pride said, I got an abortion. Seriously. So I'm saying, if even within marriage, you're not ready to make a child, y'all don't have sex. I mean, that's like, don't kill the baby. The baby don't deserve to be dead because of your ass. So, but going back to this situation, you know, the man has a right to object to the abortion because he helped create that child. When y'all was doing the penis and vagina, you know, get the kids out because it's not no kid talk, it's adult talk. When y'all get together, y'all doing the humpy hump and everything in the bed. Okay, well that sperm, if you not learn sexual education and when you use in school, make a baby, right? With a sperm and egg. Okay, well that man contributed that sperm to your egg. So that baby have a right to live if the doggone daddy don't want you to kill him. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. It's a man's right because women do not come along making babies. That's mean, you know, there would be no human life if man and woman cannot make babies, you know, just do sexual intercourse. You know, through marriage, should I say, because it's more right. So my question is to y'all, why y'all say it's a woman right? And if y'all not ready to make no kids, don't have sex. Keep your legs closed. I mean, that's what's going on. Ain't like I tell you about rape. Ain't about no doggone rape. Because, I mean, we're the rapists who, all these women getting abortions. You ask every last story, it's about some doggone dude they had sex with. And they, not only sex, if they ain't married, they cheat on their husband. Or like this woman here, I mentioned earlier, they weren't ready for a baby. They weren't ready for a baby to be made. Okay? So that lets you know that y'all need to keep your legs closed. Keep your legs closed and stop going around having sex. And these horny old dudes, stop giving them they play. Yeah, they hoes too, okay? The men are hoes too to do it, okay? So I call it like that. When I say hoe, I don't discriminate on what gender it is. I sure don't. If you're a male thought, you know what I'm saying, you're a hoe. If you're a female thought, just saying. I mean, and I'm not trying to be blasphemous, but when they had I'm not a King James person, but they used to use the word whore, okay, in the Bible. Yeah, whoremongers, okay? And it didn't mean just women, it meant men's too, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, when men be misogynists called a hoe, but the men who's having sex, they hoes. They hoes. I call it like it is. I mean, one woman got upset because I said attention whore. And I think we were talking about George. And something I said, and she got mad at me on social media talking about why you use the word attention whore. That's misogyny. I don't sleep around, but I'm an attention whore. I like to get attention, okay? You know, I'm a man. So, but what I'm saying. But when it comes to sexual talk, men who sleep around are whoremongers. They hoes. They hoes. Okay, so women ain't step the game. They're talking misogynistic. Okay, the men call you a hoe, call him a hoe. One thing I like on Moesha when Brandy was trying to have sex, yeah, and she was scared to do it, and this man, the man she about to have sex with, the young man, because they was still a teenager. She tried to about to have sex with. He said, "Well, I bring all type of girls here," and she said, "I didn't know you was a hoe." I had to laugh. That's total. She said, "I don't know. I didn't know you was a hoe." So I'm sorry. The men that sleep around and have sex are hoes, just like the women. That's what the thing. Keep your pants on, keep your legs closed, and maybe when I have to worry about killing a baby. So the same thing about going back to Hillary Clinton, that gave me the side eye. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't vote for her, but I vote for Bernie Sanders. And when I vote for no Donald Trump, so going back to the situation about the Donald Trump and his brother Cooning and bashing Mexican and Latino people knowing that, my question, and you said that, and I'm about to close on this one. You said there's no black folks or non-Hispanic, Afro-descendant American people on the Vishon. But my question is, where are Latino people on BT? Now, yeah, they haven't, because remember Mariah Carey, she's part Venezuelan. Sheila E. is part Mexican, part Black French Creole. Nicole Richie that's her niece. That's her Lon Richie's daughter. That's Sheila E.'s brother's daughter. They Mexican, Mexican, Black French Creole. Okay, you have Miguel, part Mexican. Shaw Jackson, yes, she dark skin, but she's part Black Indian, Mexican, and Puerto Rican. Okay, you have Khalees is part Puerto Rican. You had J-Lo, she's Puerto Rican. You had Fat Joe, who's Puerto Rican and Cuban. You have Frankie J, he's Mexican American. He's an RBC. Don't want to. I'm going to go see him in concert, him and Neo, here in the soccer game stadium, see the BBVA Compass Center here in Houston. I posted on my Instagram and on YouTube, okay? So, y'all, my question is to you. What are you talking about? There's no Hispanic person was asking where all the Mexican people at, and wasn't Hispanic people in BET, because you really see them. That's just Mariah Carey or someone who's part of Venezuela or something. You know what I'm saying? Miguel, or Kid Cudi, or some Khalees, or Lala Vasquez Anthony. She's an Afro Puerto Rican woman. You know what I'm saying? I tell like it is. Evelyn, the Puerto Rican, I can't stand Evelyn. Evelyn Lozada, I can't stand her. That's a wretched bitch. Well, she changed. Hold on. Lord forgive me. She is changed. I saw her on Oprah, and I see she's changed. Thank you, Lord Jesus. She is. Okay. Thank you, Jesus. She do need some prayers. I ain't the per one, but I'll go on it. All right. And she acts so wretched. I want to fight everybody. But, yeah, I saw on Oprah. She have a show on Oprah. I saw on YouTube that her and her daughter have a show together. So, that's good. That's good. Living La Vida. Yeah, live La Vida. What is that last name? Evan Lavorda. Living Lavorda. Yeah, whatever they call it. But you see, you do see Hispanic, but it's not all the time. You see mostly African descended people who mixed with black, white, Indian descent, who consider themselves black. you know, and by, you know, people, well, no, some have one of those who have white parents, whatever, black identified parents, you know what I'm saying? So you see them type of people, you know what I'm saying? So my question is to you, brother. A lot of folks ask that question, and also on and then you got Miguel New Year's Junior. He Dominican, you know, he Afro Dominican, but you ready to see